Hi, and welcome to the Goulburn Mulwaree Library's video about how to use OverDrive. With OverDrive you can access eBooks and eAudiobooks. These are available for kids, teens and adults, and we have both fiction and non-fiction in a range of topics. Okay, so this is the library's webpage, www.gmlibrary.com.au. To access OverDrive, we go down to where it says eBooks and eAudio, and click through into this page. The eBooks and eAudio page has things like our online comic books, online books for kids, our RB digital eAudio and eBooks, and also OverDrive eBooks and eAudio just here. So we'll click read more, and there we have the OverDrive information. It's got some info on the Libby app and what you can borrow, but what we need to do is click through to the OverDrive link, and that will take us to the page. You can browse eBooks and eAudio and apply filters to narrow which items are displayed. Click Collections to browse all available new or popular eBooks and eAudiobooks, or Subjects to browse a particular topic. I'm going to take a look at all 20,000 titles we have in our collection. So here are some of the titles that we have available. Items available to be borrowed will have a borrow option. Items currently not available will have the place a hold option. You can tell whether an item is a book or eAudiobook based on whether it has the ebook icon, like this, or an eAudiobook icon, which there aren't any on this page. You can filter by format, age, audience availability and subject. It's audience. Let's say I just want audiobooks and I just want them for kids. There's audiobooks. And so now I can browse through and choose what I would like to borrow. So we'll just go the kids ones, and we'll just look for things that are available now so that it's something we can borrow right now. And we can look through and find something that we'd like to borrow. Alternatively, if I know the name of an author or a particular book I'd like to borrow, I can do a simple search by clicking search and typing the name in. And it gives us some suggestions. Then we can see all the books by that particular author. I can also do a more advanced search by clicking advanced and narrowing by the author name, title and a number of other categories. So say I want titles by the author Pratchett, but I only want fiction titles. And so we'll do a search just for Pratchett and fiction and see what we get. So let's cut it down quite a bit. I can then also filter the results as in a browsing session. So if, say, I just want books and those available now, I can do that. So we'll go books. Available now, and I just want the humour titles, and then I can pick which books I want to read. Let's pick one now. I can see that there's one of one copy available. I can have a read of the blurb, and a lot of the items you can also read or listen to a sample to see if you'd like to borrow it. You can also see down here some suggested titles that are similar to the one you're looking at, so you can choose something else similar instead. Okay, so I want to borrow this. So to borrow, place a hold or add an item to your wish list, you must log in using your library barcode and PIN. So let's click on the borrow button. So first we need to select the library that we belong to. There we are. Now enter your library barcode number and PIN and choose sign in. If you don't know your PIN, contact the library and we can give you one. If you have any late fines or overdue items, you won't be able to sign in, so bear that in mind if you're having trouble at this stage. Okay, we'll click sign in. Now that you've logged in, you can borrow the item. So now we can go to the loans to see everything we've got borrowed. We can either click up here where it says see options on the titles on your loans page, or we can click my account, then loans. Okay, so then you can click on read or listen to in browser. And if you click on this, it will open it up in the reading screen and I can start reading straight away. I just need to be online to be able to read the book this way. I can place a bookmark. I can look through the different chapters if it has them. As long as you haven't downloaded the item, you can return it at this stage. So if you change your mind, you can send it back straight away by clicking this return button. And then it confirms and you say yes, return title. You can see up here that it tells you how many more items you can borrow. You can have a maximum of 5 titles on loan at a time. Okay, so we've looked at loans in the My Account. You can also see your holds and wish list items here. At the moment we don't have any items on hold. Here's the wish list. And here are all the things that we may wish to borrow in the future. You can also view your settings. This includes the default lending period, noting that some items like certain audiobooks can override your default lending period. Generally we'll choose 21 days as the maximum for eBooks and eAudio. You can also change the maturity level of titles to be displayed when browsing and searching. So if you don't want to see the mature adult erotic literature, you can just choose general adult here. Or if your kids are using OverDrive, you might want to set their content to juvenile to make sure they're only seeing titles that are suitable for their age. You can select when you place a reserve whether items will be logged out to you when they become available. And if you don't select automatic checkout, then you will have 3 days to check the item out from when it becomes available. Okay, so we've worked out how to borrow an item. Now let's go and see about what we want to do if the item is already on loan. So we need to put a reserve or hold on it, as we've just clicked here. And it says an email will be sent once it's available to be borrowed. The first time you place a hold, you need to enter an email address, and after that, OverDrive will remember your email address. You can have 2 holds at a time. You can view your holds by going to My Account and Holds. Here we can see it. We're number 10 on 1 copy. You can also change the email address you're using for that hold, and you can suspend the hold for a certain period of time if you know you're not going to be able to read the item if it becomes available in that time. So we can suspend for up to 180 days if needed. Or you can also cancel the hold if you've been able to find the item somewhere else. As I said, we're number 10 on this item and there's only one copy, so it looks like it's quite popular and it might be a while before we'll get to read it. Okay, if we've run out of holds, because you only get 2 holds, you can place the item on your wish list. So to do that, you can click on the bookmark button on the first screen, or you can click on the item and then click Add to Wish List here. If you change your mind, you can remove the item from the wish list within the item details by clicking Remove, or you can go up to My Account and Wish List and you can remove it from here. You can also borrow or place a hold directly from this wish list, which makes it really easy to find an item to read or listen to when you're in a hurry. Here we can see all the items that are currently available. So if we want to borrow something right now, we can have a look through the list and borrow something. A final thing is that you can renew items if you haven't finished using them before the loan period is up. Renewals in OverDrive act by putting a hold on the item so that you get it next. So you have to have at least one of your 2 holds available to be able to renew. The item also needs to not have a hold for someone else. If it does have a hold for someone else, then your hold will be fulfilled after the other people ahead of you in the hold list. So the item needs to have 3 days or fewer left before the loan expires before you can renew. You can see that this item that we only recently borrowed can't be renewed yet, but this item with only a few hours left can be renewed. We've got the Request Again option. We click on Request Again and we can see from this message that no one else has a hold on the item, so we will get it again immediately after its current loan period expires. We've got our email address already remembered there, so we can just click on, we can change it if we want to, or we can just click on Submit, and there we are, it has been renewed. Once the time expires, we will then have the item again for another 21 days. So thank you for watching our OverDrive video, and if you have any more questions you can post them in the comments below or come into the library and we'll give you a hand in person. Thanks again.